Hey guys, TCGLover here. This is just a voice narration over 10 minutes of dueling with a live hero. I got a request from a guy who commented on one of my videos asking me to just do some dueling network videos of me playing the deck. I mean, the deck is pretty straightforward. It does the same shit every single game, but the fact is that what it does it quite well. So obviously I knew he set book, so I was like, you know, he made a silly mistake of showing me what he set. So anyway, mainly this is my narration, not so much to talk about the duel, what's happening, because it's pretty straightforward. You can see everything that's going on, so I don't really need to explain my choices. I mean, if you really have a problem with something that I've done, you can just comment down below and tell me if I did something stupid. Yeah, so if you want to talk to me about my build as well, then look on my live hero deck profile, because I pretty much use the same build. Everything's the same except for the fact of Shotmaster, which I use later on in a different duel. But yeah, anyway, this is mainly my narration to talk about worlds and ban list. Yeah, so it's obviously at the time I'm doing this video, and it'll probably be uploaded on the 13th of August. So at this point, it's like the peak of ban list discussion. So many fake lists. I've seen tons of fake lists. I've seen literally about like 5, 6, 7 lists now, something like that. Loads of different lists. I mean, a lot of them are very similar in terms of like Bionic banned, Future Fusion banned, stuff like Sporter 1, which makes no sense. And you get other things as well, like as you say, like a hero lives that goes to something like 2 and equal to 2 to try and ban that, hit the slow down the deck a little bit, even though I don't really see the point. But yeah, there's some of the lists are decent. Some of the lists are absolutely god awful. You know, some ridiculous hits. I mean, personally, biased opinion, I want to get Agent of Mystery Earth back up to 2, because I really think it's a good consistency boost for the deck. As you can see here, Tetsuke Knight actually negated the attack. It's really broke, really good card, and I can get Bubble Man and make a monster and get over. So he won me the game basically. Anyway, yeah, so loads of fake lists, and some of the lists are really good. So it's kind of like, I really hope that Konami does actually look at these lists, maybe actually quickly make a Tipex over one of the stupid decisions they made, you know. But yeah, obviously there's a few hits that need to be done, and if they're not done, then the game is still the same problem crap that it's before. I mean, obviously Chaos Dragons, you know, without tour guide, without the exclusives, it's not so good. It is still a brilliant deck. It's just it doesn't really have the same kind of oomph that it did when everyone started putting tour guide into it. I mean, obviously there was that YCS in Europe that or was it Nationals or something like that, and a duelist got to got to top 2, and he with Chaos Dragons, and it was kind of around the time when it was starting to get really popular. So it was interesting to see that he did it without tour guides and he used Mr. Tomato instead. So I still think that if you hit tour guide, the deck dies. At this point I made a really stupid decision by getting 2 monsters back. That was really dumb. So I was stuck with 4 monsters in hand. I was like, oh no. But yeah, okay, moving on from that. So Worlds was interesting. I was watching Pro Winston's videos to keeping track. I watched a couple of the dueling videos live stream. I didn't watch it streamed live. I just watched like they kept it saved so we can watch it again. Of course, Pro Winston running Exodia, you know, that is good. He did say on his most recent video that it hits 75% of the decks that were going to show up, but however the deck still has that consistency issue, because if it was any good in terms of actually consistently winning tournaments and stuff like that, then everybody would be playing it, because it's so straightforward. It does require some thought when things do go wrong, but people like Pro Winston are actually good enough to be able to work their way out of a situation like that. So yeah, of course in the quarterfinal there were 4 Japanese players left out of the 8 people left, and none of the 4 Japanese players were actually paired against each other. That was slightly worrying to think that, like, the odds of that happening. I mean, I've noticed that in YCSs, in this format, YCSs, loads of decks that were really good never got paired up against each other very much. Dino Rabbits, like when there was like 4 in the quarterfinal, they never seemed to be paired up against each other. It seemed to be a weird thing. I'm not sure if that was Konami's doing or that was just a sort of okay. That was just a lucky thing for Dino Rabbits, but it really puts them. It's basically going to put them in the final because they're going to have 2 in the semi-finals at the very least. Really, unless they all suck really bad players, but that's not going to happen if they're in the semi-finals or quarter-finals. Yeah, so there was 4 Japanese players, and that was really worrying. So Pro Winston got butt kicked. He got kicked because of some stupid shit to do with slow playing. Saito, who was his opponent, he slow played really bad, and the duel went on for, I think it was like an hour and a half or something. It was a really long duel. Obviously, because of Jarrell playing Exodia, the deck's quite slow in terms of he plays lots of plays, and you have to keep looking to make sure every turn that he does is like 6 minutes long. Ridiculous. But he was playing Exectors, and he was slow playing really bad, doing things like checking his grave repeatedly and everything like that. Basically, unnecessarily. Putting to his advantage the fact that there was no English judge around. And yeah, there was no judge around, and it was a little bit unfair for him, you know, to go to Worlds and to not to have an English judge there to watch over the duel. I mean, there was apparently like 6 Japanese judges, and there was 2 interpreters, but they're not like the same as an English judge, because an English judge can actually explain everything, you know, if this is slow playing, if this is actually legit. So it's kind of annoying. Yeah, so in the final it was I can't remember his name. I think it's Mamoli, our Italian European qualifier, Worlds qualifier champion. He got to the final, and he was playing Inzeptors as well as Saito, who beat Pro Winston. So he got there, and he did lose. It was just a kind of mirror match. You know, it can go either way kind of thing. There was one part though when he wanted to Dragonfly, and then he used Ladybug, and then Ladybug went to the graveyard, and then he summoned obviously Centipede off that Dragonfly, used activated Centipede's effect, and Saito used Greedy Crow. Obviously, because it doesn't target, you had to hope to God that there was no Insectors in his hand, and there wasn't, so Momoli got completely raped because of that, there being no way to actually exceed, because one of them was level 5 or 4, and the other one was level 3. So he did get a search, I think. He didn't get a search, he got that special summon, so at least he got something, but he just actually got beaten quite badly, which is a real shame. Obviously the world's ban list was kind of weird, so obviously it was basically favoured for Inzeptors to be played. So yeah, that's pretty much it to talk about them. It's a real shame that Pro Winston didn't win. I was really hoping he was going to win, because it's been a long time since someone who isn't Japanese or from Asia won, because it always seems to be them. Oh well, you know what you're going to do. So yeah, comment down below if how you feel about the Worlds, and if you feel that he did slow play. And also comment if you actually like any of the ban lists, and it would be really great if you could actually link me to the actual ban list once it comes out, because there'll be times when I'm not playing this game for a while, and I would need someone to actually tell me when it's coming. Yeah. Okay, one last thing to talk about would be Return of the Duelist Sneak. I actually managed to sell a crap ton of cards. I managed to make quite a bit of money last time I went to locals. I had this tin of cards, and I just sold loads. So basically, I can afford to enter the thing now without breaking the bank too much. So I'm gonna hope I get some good pulls, and I'm gonna sell the cards, because sneak peek hype. Like for instance, in a Galactic Overlord sneak peek, I managed to get hold of a Lucky Straight. Yeah, you know, the one that needs 3 rank 7 level 7s, and managed to trade it for very cheap, and then I managed to sell it on eBay the moment I got home for £20, and then I actually managed to get another copy of it for £8, which is really fantastic. So it was like really good way of making profits. So you just got to ride on the sneak peek hype. That's pretty much it. So yeah, the video is finished, and you saw me play. I got beaten by an Earthbound Immortal. Yeah, I completely shouldn't have called traps at the end of that. Really stupid of me. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Commentating could have been better, but what are you gonna do? So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. The next video will definitely be the Return to Dueling sneak peek. So definitely subscribe, and also if you haven't already, go into my description and refer me on Swagbucks, because you can use that to get free cards and free Amazon gift cards. So you can access free gift cards for Amazon and actually use that towards buying cards. I'm going to use that and buy a legendary collection, so it'd be really awesome if you could search some stuff, get some points, and it would actually give me points as well while you're doing it. So really fantastic, and I think it does the same for me, for you as well. So, and I do search on it, so you will get points and you will get Amazon gift cards quite quickly, provided that you have enough referrals. But it's not too long. But yeah, make sure you do that, and until next time, TCGLover out.